Now on Sunrise and streaming on crossroadstoday.com. Potholes are everywhere, and just how much are they costing communities in the Crossroads? We take a look. Protests in Los Angeles turned violent over the weekend. We dive into what's sparking the unrest. Plus, U.S. negotiators are in the United Kingdom, set to meet with one of the country's largest trade partners as talks for a trade solution continue.
And this morning we are tracking a little complex system of showers and thunderstorms that are starting to slowly approach us, bringing us some rain. But if you don't see any rain today, we've got daily rain chances the rest of the week. All that in the weather coming up.
We have a few results from the NCS South Texas Softball State Tournament. We hear from some of the winners and more coming up in your sports.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and welcome to your Monday. For some of you, it's the start of your week, or maybe the second day of your week.
That's right. It's the second week of June. I think that's what you meant to say.
And we're starting this Monday, this week, with a bit of caution because there is some rain in our forecast. And we need to worry about our loved ones that live up north, Parker.
That's right. We do have a little complex system of thunderstorms that is currently traveling just north of I-10, going up towards Houston over the next probably hour or so. But we've got some more rain around our area. We'll look at that radar here in a second, because looking live in Victoria, we are starting out our Monday warm and quite humid. It is 79 for the air temperature right now. Dew point is at that whopping 77, bringing humidity to 94%, which is technically enough to see some light fog, but I don't think we're going to see that out here because we have a light wind, and we also have a little bit of scattered showers and sprinkles out there providing mixing in the air. So don't worry about fog this morning. Maybe worry about the rain instead, because we don't worry about it. Get excited for it, because if we got a little bit of that out there, we're still under the stage 3 drought conditions, so we really need this rain. You can see where all the rain is right now, kind of located around Lavaca County. Lots of it scattered around near just south of Hallettsville right now, but we're really tracking this one complex system, what's called a mesoscale convective system, that is kind of heading towards Houston, like I said, over the next hour. Lots of lightning located in that. So if you're headed out the door, after this rain is all said and done, the sun is going to come out, and it's going to be hot and humid. Heated to see us up to 109, so stay cool. All those details coming up next.
Bumpy roads are still tiring out drivers across the Crossroads. 25 News Now reporter Ray Mosley paves the way with a look at how much some communities are shelling out to patch things up.
These pesky potholes are not to be taken lightly. We were able to easily find them around Victoria, Port Lavaca, and Cuero. Whether big or small, they aren't something to ignore. They can leave lasting damage to your vehicle. DeWitt County Judge Daryl Fowler says it costs about $500,000 per mile to fix the holes. Fowler says those roads are needed for everyday people, such as law enforcement, school buses, and 18-wheeler drivers.
Our budgets now continually see $20 to $23 million appropriated every year for the roads, and it doesn't seem like we're getting ahead.
He says his goal isn't just to patch the roads, but rebuild them.
The original budget that I inherited back then was $2.5 million for the whole county, 690 miles.
Port Lavaca Public Works Director William Schaffer says in 2024, 188 potholes were repaired with an estimated cost of $33,000. For 2025, they repaved 105 with an estimated cost of under $19,000. Wherever you are in the Crossroads, you can report a pothole you come across to the appropriate city department. Ray Mosley, KAVU TV, 25 News Now.
Victoria County Commissioners are set to meet at 10 this morning. They'll consider approving the Best Friends Animal Society's Partner Up Challenge grant, and they'll also consider approving the fire protection proposals related to 311 East Constitution Records area. And they'll also consider approving a 2025 budget amendment related to Road and Bridge Precinct 1 expenditures. They meet on the second floor of the Victoria County Courthouse in room 241. Tensions erupted in Los Angeles Sunday as protests over immigration raids reached a boiling point outside a federal detention center. National Guard troops and police unleashed tear gas on demonstrators rallying against ICE operations. Roughly 300 National Guard members are now on the ground in the city, part of a larger force of 2,000 ordered by President Trump in a sweeping federal deployment. California Governor Gavin Newsom is pushing back, calling the move inflammatory. We'll go to Washington for more later. Israel's military says it has found the body of Hamas leader Mohammed Sinwar in a tunnel beneath a Gaza hospital. On Sunday, journalists were shown the site under the European hospital in Khan Yunis, where DNA confirms Sinwar's identity. Prime Minister Netanyahu announced Sinwar's death last month, and now the military says they have definitive proof. The tense trade battle heats up as reciprocal tariffs are poised to resume exactly 1 month from today. U.S. and Chinese leaders are set to face off in a high-stakes talks today in the UK. Amy Kiley brings you the latest.
I'm very comfortable that this deal is about to be closed.
President Donald Trump says top U.S. and Chinese officials are holding trade talks in London today. They follow his call with Chinese leader Xi Jinping on Thursday.
It's going to be closed not with a bunch of staffers and bureaucratic language, but with handshakes.
Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick is participating in the negotiations. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent and U.S. Trade Representative Jameson Greer are with him. After their talks with Chinese officials last month, the countries say they have a, quote, mechanism to continue discussions about economic and trade relations.
It's my hope that cooler heads will prevail.
The U.S. and China are in a 90-day tariff de-escalation. For now, U.S. duties on Chinese imports are at 30% instead of 145%. China's rate is down to 10% from 125%. But Trump accuses Beijing of violating that agreement.
We want the rare earths, the magnets that are crucial for cell phones and everything else to flow just as they did before the beginning of April.
China accuses the U.S. of provoking it by raising tariffs first. Most economists say trade wars are inflationary.
This was a solution in search of a problem. Couple these horrible tariffs with what we're experiencing domestically, and the American people need relief.
I'm Amy Kiley reporting.
And that leads us to your viewer poll. You can scan the QR code on your screen to take part. We want to know, do you think the U.S. and China will reach a better trade agreement? All right, let's take a look. 46% of you say yes, and 54% of you say no. Thank you for taking part in our viewer poll. And remember, follow us on YouTube, Crossroads Today. Hit the like button and click that notification bell. The time now, let's get a look at our clock. It is 6:38 on our Monday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next on 25 News Now Sunrise. A decision from county leadership could change the future of the Fannin Monument.
I'm ABC's Perry Russom in Washington. President Trump leaving open the possibility of sending Marines into Los Angeles amid the violent protests this weekend. That story coming up.
And also coming up next after the break in the short-term forecast, you heard me talking about this line of storms that's coming our way. So coming up next, I'll tell you just when I think the rain will be here. Well, good morning, Crossroads, and happy Monday. Look alive in part of the cloudy Cuero, also warm and humid as well. Cuero, 80 degrees to start out our air temperature this Monday morning. 77 is our dew point, bringing humidity to 90%. So maybe you apply some hairspray. It's enough to kind of mess with your hair, that humidity is, but the humidity is also enough to produce some rain out there this morning. We got lots of scattered showers now starting to form around our counties, most of it starting in northern Victoria County, kind of just east of Highway 77. Also have a little bit, actually a lot of it all around Lavaca County, Wharton County, some in northern Jackson County, and also northern Matagorda County as well. But we do still have this little system of thunderstorms that has kind of dwindled in the western side of it, but still tracking towards Houston that we're going to be tracking for the rest of this morning, which should bring us some more rain chances for the rest of this morning here in the Crossroads. You're going to see that right here on the future tracker. Here's 7 a.m., just half an hour away. You can see lots more scattered showers starting to form out there. Here's 8 a.m., 9 a.m. You can see lots of it out there still. 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. I'm going to go ahead and say sometime around 11 a.m., maybe 10 or noontime, we're going to start to see rain decrease all the way down to some sunny skies for this afternoon. That'll heat us up. And you did see a little bit of pink in there. I want to let y'all know the severe risk is very low today at a level 1 out of 5 marginal. The main risk today are going to be winds gusting up to 60 and small pocket change size hail. But what I really want y'all to worry about today is the heat. We're looking for temperatures, most of us in the mid 90s for highs, with heat indices between 104 to 109. So stay cool and hydrated. and do that for the rest of this week. Otherwise, what's going to naturally hydrate us is the rain that's coming back midweek. And coming up next, we're going to look at the tropics because we're still in hurricane season. And speaking of hurricane season, when the storm hits, the power goes out. So will your family be ready? You can stay storm ready with Aztec, Ford, and Goliad. We're giving you the chance to win a free generator to keep your home powered when you need it most. It's quick, it's easy, and it could save you big when the lights go out. Just come to crossroadstoday.com now to register for the Storm Ready Power giveaway. Proudly sponsored by Aztec, Ford, and Goliad. Click on the menu at the top left hand of crossroadstoday.com. Click on Entertainment, then click on Contest, and then click on Storm Ready Power Giveaway. Good luck.
The National Championship Sports Organization wrapped up their South Texas State Tournament in softball, and we have the fallout from the 14U Division Championship. This matchup saw SRE take on MIS, and this game saw two teams bring out the best in one another. At the end, it saw the MIS 14U softball team come out victorious. Here's a word from both MVPs from each team.
This tournament was really good. We had fun as a team. I had really so much fun today. Our bond's really good. We're becoming like sisters, and I think we just support each other with our ups and downs, and they making me feel very comfortable.
It feels great because we went undefeated all weekend, and we're playing up. We're a 14U team, so it was like great competing against girls that are older than us. Yes, I mean, we're always like laughing, and we're always like talking and having a good time in the dugout. We have fun and we play hard, and we just love playing the sport that we love.
Big congratulations to those young ladies. Make sure you stay tuned on KAVU as we'll get more tournaments from the NCS later on this summer. But that does it for your sports. Until next time, I'm Ray Robinson.
Violence is escalating in California as protests rage over immigration authorities arresting more than 100 immigrants in the city. ABC's Perry Russom reports from Washington with the latest developments.
The eruption of protests in Los Angeles boiling over after President Trump deployed National Guard troops, bypassing California Governor Gavin Newsom. It's the first time a president has taken control of a state's National Guard without approval in 60 years. Protesters shutting down this freeway. Apparent flashbangs going off as police work to reopen the road. Several people detained. Fireworks launched toward police.
We had individuals out there shooting commercial-grade fireworks at our officers. That can kill you.
LA's police chief says most of the protests in the city have been peaceful. He calls the violence he's seeing disgusting.
We are overwhelmed.
The demonstrations first starting after immigration authorities conducted a series of sweeps, arresting more than 100 immigrants in the city last week. Overnight, President Trump calling the demonstrators troublemakers and insurrectionists. California Governor Gavin Newsom on MSNBC.
Donald Trump has created the conditions you see on your TV tonight. He's exacerbated the conditions ever since he announced he was taking over the National Guard. An illegal act, an immoral act, an unconstitutional act.
Trump now leaving open the possibility of sending in Marines.
And if we see danger to our country and to our citizens, we'll be very, very strong in terms of law and order.
Governor Newsom says he is planning to file a lawsuit today against President Trump for deploying the National Guard, saying the Department of Defense never coordinated with him. Perry Russom, ABC News, Washington.
A critical town hall is set in Goliad to address the escalating Fannin Monument controversy, taking place immediately after Commissioner's Court. The Texas Historical Commission returns with a new presentation outlining their vision if the county agrees to hand over the monument to the state. After the last town hall, the commission's executive director, Joseph Bell, told us Goliad's history is too important to be forgotten and its story demands to be told.
The majority of the town is archaeological, and we want to be able to bring it to life and the people that live there. Not only the heroes of the Fannin battle, but also the men and women who built the Presidio.
The town hall begins at 5:30 this evening at the Goliad County Courthouse. Graduation season is winding down, and we're celebrating the class of 2025 as they graduate. Congratulations to Savannah from Victoria East High School. Congratulations on all your accomplishments. We love you, Savannah. Can't wait to see what the good Lord has in store for you. May He give you the desire of your heart and make your plans succeed. Congratulations to Emma from Victoria East High School. We are super proud of you and your accomplishments. We can't wait to see you shine at Texas Tech Recum. Love Mom, Dad, Alyssa, Ethan, Jacob, Rhiannon, and Luna. Congratulations to Gabby from Navarro High School. Congratulations, Gabby. Onward to Texas Lutheran University. Go Bulldogs. Love from Teffy, Monica, Bobby, Royce, Rudy, Kane, Jones, Renee, Bianca, Grandma, your parents, Veronica and David, Brother William and Brian, and Sister Jasmine. May God bless you. And congratulations to Mia from Victoria East High School. From the moment I stepped into your life, you've held a place in my heart. I see your strength, your kindness, and your bright future. You face challenges with quiet grit and steady drive. I see your perseverance. Keep moving forward. Your path is your own, with lots of love from Araceli and family. And you have until June 13th to send in a photo and a heartfelt message for your 2025 grad. We're featuring them on air and on social media. To send yours, go to crossroadstoday.com, then click the entertainment tab, and then click the contest tab. The time is now 6:47 on our Monday morning. Still to come on Sunrise. A new controversial bill could impact thousands of businesses and tens of thousands of workers across the state. All right, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Emercy. Happy 6th birthday to our sweet girl. Hope you have the best day. Love Mom, Dad, and Connor.
Oh, look at that sweet picture. Happy birthday, Emercy. And if you want to dress like a pirate today might just be the day. Pirates of the Caribbean star Johnny Depp is turning 62 today. Happy birthday.
And we're going back to the future for this celebrity birthday. Happy birthday to Michael J. Fox. The retired actor and activist is 64 today.
Ooh, happy birthday to Marty McFly. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, just come to crossroadstoday.com, click the drop-down menu, then click the Home tab, and then you'll see Submit Your Birthday Photo.
All right, the time is now 6:48 on our Monday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today.
That's right, happy birthday. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. I'm sure a lot of y'all saw that 7-day forecast a few moments ago, or you maybe heard me talking about it. We've got rain chances that will be daily for the rest of this week. And the silver lining to that, well, there's a couple. First of all, should help us ease our drought restrictions. We're still at a stage 3. And it also should bring us a little bit of heat relief because a little bit of rain falling through the air, a little bit of cloud cover should keep our temperatures a little bit cooler. Looking at highs returning to the low 90s, maybe even the upper 80s for some as we go into Wednesday and Thursday of this week. But going to later this week, the temperatures are back on the rise because high pressure will be returning right over our heads. But before that gets here, we actually have 2 different systems that will be bringing us rain this week. You can see here system number 1 coming out of the Canadas that we've been talking about this last weekend. It came out of Canada this last weekend. But there's going to be another low system that will form right about here. Here it is, very, very weak. You can see it's not really causing much of a temperature change, but it will be there, and it's going to send lots of waves of atmospheric energy across the entire state, bringing us daily rain chances for the rest of this week. But that will soon move off east, or actually it'll just dissipate as we go into this weekend, and that's going to allow for high pressure, not just one, but 2 separate areas of high pressure that will form over us, and that should heat us back up. But it will also keep us safe from anything that may still possibly form. Chances have been lowered to 5% for anywhere in this area between the 15th and 20th of June. And we have 2 other tropical systems in the Pacific. Both are tropical storms. None are coming our way. But of course, we're going to track the tropics for the rest of tropical season because hurricane season is here and the 2025 Hurricane Tracking Guide is here. You can stay prepared and stay safe by picking up your free copy at these locations. It's going to be at Full of Pep in Cuero, El Campo Cycle Center, Palace Bingo in Victoria, Coastal Bend College, Went Services in Victoria, Victoria All Sports, and Aztec Ford in Goliad. So don't wait. Get yours today, and thank you to our other sponsors, AEP Texas and USA Concrete Coatings.
The state Senate passed Senate Bill 3, and now Governor Abbott will decide its fate. The bill targets hemp products and all THC. Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick and other supporters warn that these products are dangerous, but hemp councils and store owners disagree. Thousands of stores face closure, and more than 50,000 Texans could lose their jobs. Agriculture experts say the bill will devastate hemp farmers who shifted from traditional crops to what was once Texas's agricultural future.
Listen, these products are important because millions of people depend on them. Millions of Texans who value freedom, who value their own autonomy, or people who moved to Texas because they love the freedom and liberty of Texas. These are consenting adults that want to make their own decisions.
If Governor Abbott chooses to sign Senate Bill 3, it would take effect September 1st. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. A high-profile interception at sea. A ship headed for Gaza stopped by Israeli forces. Israel intercepted the Gaza-bound aid ship Madleen, carrying Greta Thunberg and other activists, detained everyone on board, and brought them to Israel. The Freedom Flotilla Coalition says Israeli forces boarded the vessel as it attempted to deliver vital aid to Gaza. Israel's government condemns the move, calling the breach dangerous, illegal, and harmful to ongoing humanitarian efforts. Several people were injured when a small skydiving plane crashed in southern Middle Tennessee on Sunday. According to the FAA, the DHC-6 Twin Otter plane crashed shortly after takeoff from the Tullahoma Regional Airport in Coffee County. At least 4 people were admitted to the hospital, 1 in critical condition and 3 in stable condition. The FAA is investigating the crash. Most Americans support President Trump's deportation of immigrants in the U.S. illegally, but many disapprove of his approach. A new CBS News survey found 55% back the deportation program, while 56% dislike how it's been carried out. 63% want immigrants to have a court hearing, and 32% believe the policies are strengthening the country. The Hurricane Tracking Guide is here to stay, and we'll hear much more about the tracking guide from Parker and where to pick it up, the Full of Pep in Quail, Campo Cycle Center, Palace Bingo in Victoria, Coastal Bend College, and Wentz Services. And I'll hand it over to Parker for the rest. Parker, how's it going out there?
Well, right now, Carolina, it is quite a humid morning out there. Looking live in Port Lavaca, we are warm out there as well. It's 82 degrees, but I gotta let y'all know the dew point is at a whopping 80 degrees right now. The dew point, not the air temperature, the dew point. It is extremely humid this morning, y'all, so make sure you're applying a little hairspray or do what you need to do to kind of prevent the humidity sweating up on your skin today. But looking at your radar, the humidity is actually enough to see some rain out there. We still have some scattered showers. Most of it is forming east of Highway 77. You can see that right there. But a lot of it is forming in our eastern counties. We're talking Matagorda County, Wharton County, Edna County, or Jackson County. And it's included in there, and also a little bit in Victoria County as well, to which we're watching a lot of it form over near Houston as well. So if you're going to be driving up 59 towards Houston this morning, make sure to be careful with lots of rain likely on the roads, maybe even some thunderstorms as well. We do have that level 1 out of 5, low marginal risk for maybe some severe weather today. So just make sure to be checking the radar this morning, because we're going to have a little bit more spotty shower activity for the rest of the morning. You can see that right here, 9 a.m. Cutting off for the afternoon down to some sunshine, high of 93 in Port Lavaca, a little bit hotter in Victoria. I'm thinking 95 today, more sunshine as well. And the same thing for all that in Cuero, but a little bit warmer. I'm thinking 96 today. But for the rest of this week, we're going to be just a little bit cooler thanks to daily rain chances, especially picking up tomorrow, but lasting for the rest of this week. So get excited, because rain is on the way. And Carolina was absolutely correct. You can pick up these tracking guides at one of our locations. You can find out more on that on our website, crossroadstoday.com.
That's right, and there's a generator giveaway, so be sure to sign up for that. And thank y'all for being with us. Join Shana Dawn Maclovio and Max today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and